In our last project, we created a powerful tool to generate images in any style. Today, we're taking that concept even further by building two exciting new projects using different LoRA, low-rank adaptation models. Our 12th project will be a tool designed to generate images for children's coloring books. With just a short prompt, you'll be able to create custom coloring pages instantly. For our 13th project, we'll develop a sticker generator. This tool will allow you to create any number of unique stickers simply by providing a brief description. Once we've completed these projects, I'll be uploading them to Hugging Face. This means you'll be able to access and run these tools on your own machine at any time, allowing you to experiment and create your own version. Let's first open PyCharm. So I'll right click and open it as administrator. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I will be creating a new Python file inside the image generation folder, and I'll give it a name as coloring book. Okay, I'll press enter. So in this project we are going to extend our project that we created in our last video, which is image generation using SDXL. So I'll not be using the refiner code, I'll be using the simple one wherein we just use the base model. So if you didn't watch that video, I'll recommend you to watch that video first to understand this particular project better. So I'll copy, and inside this particular file I'll paste it. So let's remove some of the items that is not required. For example, refiner is not required, so I'll remove it. I think these two lines are not required, so I'll remove it. Okay, so we have removed all the unwanted code. Now from where we can download the LoRA. So there are multiple places you can download the LoRA. Some of the famous sites, first one is our favorite, Hugging Face. So you can go over here, and then what you can do is you can search the LoRA whatever you want. For example, you want to have coloring book, right? So maybe I can just select this one. So this is the one that we have, and if I go to file and versions, you will see this is the file that we need to download. And as you can see, this is not a kind of very big file, it's just 171 MB. So LoRAs are small in size. It will not be as big as the actual model is, right? So that's why it makes us easy to use any kind of LoRAs in our project. Okay, for every LoRA there is a trigger word. So if you want to utilize that LoRA, you need to make sure that your prompt contains that particular trigger word. So in this case, you will see here the trigger word is coloring book AF and coloring book. So whenever we provide the prompt, we need to make sure that we also provide these two triggering words. Similarly, there is another place you can utilize the LoRA is Civit AI. So if I go to Civit AI, and similarly I can search, maybe inside model I'll select coloring book, press enter, and since we are using it for SDXL 1.0, and then maybe I'm just interested in LoRa, so I'll apply the filter, and then I can utilize any of these LoRas, right? So similarly, for if I click on this one, I can just download it from here. I'll click over here and it will be downloaded on my machine, and the trigger word for this one is coloring book and coloring book AF, right? Similarly, if I'll go to another LoRa, so for example, let's see this one, then the trigger word might be different. So here is like para color ER, right? So this is something that you can utilize if you are trying to use this LoRa. Similarly, if you want to create the drawing book for adults, then maybe this one. This is again another LoRa. So for this, you will have to use the trigger word as AX adult coloring, right? So this way you can utilize different LoRas for generating different set of different style images just by utilizing this trigger word in your main prompt. Okay, so let's see how we can use it. To use it, I'll first go here. In Hugging Face, you can download, as I mentioned, you can download from anywhere. If you click here, then it will be downloaded on a machine, but I'll be downloading it from Hugging Face. So I'll click over here and it will start downloading on the machine. In the meanwhile, what I'm going to do is in my code and inside my model folder, what I'm going to do is I'll create a new directory and I'll give it a name as LoRAs. Okay, and that's done. I'll right click on this folder, on this directory, I'll open it in Explorer. I will go inside this LoRAs. I'll go back where my this coloring book was downloaded. I'll move it to this folder. Okay, I'll go back to my code and this LoRA should be here. Okay, now let's add the path the way we have been doing in our previous project. So I'll use color book LoRA path. Okay, and then I will be right click on this LoRA, copy path reference, then path from content root, and then I'll just put over here, and I'll just add dot dot slash so that it can we can have the right path when we are trying to accessing it from our code, right? Okay, so now we have our model path, and one more entity that we talked about is color book trigger, right? So the color book trigger that we saw was, okay, coloring book AF and coloring book. So I'll go back and I'll add these coloring these trigger words. I'll just add comma so that it gets appended after our prompt. Okay, so that's it. We have our LoRA downloaded, we have our color book trigger downloaded, so we are good. Now what we want to do is, what we will be doing is we'll creating a new drop down. So I'll enter select LoRA, and then I will be using st.select box and select your LoRA, and then inside options I will give first one is coloring book and second one is maybe none for now. Okay, so either we want to generate it using coloring book or not, that's something that we need to check here, right? Now while we are generating the image, right, I'll have to remove this pipeline from here, because inside this pipeline we need to have the information whether person wants to generate the image using LoRA or not. So to do that, pipeline, load pipeline, inside this I'll just use select LoRA. Okay, and inside this function load pipeline, let me go to load pipeline. Okay, here what we need to do is LoRA. Okay, and what I'll say is, if LoRA not equal to none, then what we do is we will be calling pipe dot load LoRA weight, and inside this load LoRA weight we will be passing the path LoRA path. Okay, that's it. Now there is one more thing that I talked about, right? Along with that, if the LoRA is selected, we need to make sure that we pass this coloring book trigger as well, right? So to do that, what I will do is, if select LoRA is equal to none, then image will be generated like this. Else what I am going to do, I'll just copy paste, but along with this prompt, right now we are passing prompt plus selected style, whatever style that was selected from the drop down, right? Along with that I will be also passing coloring book trigger. Okay, so here along with style I'll just pass. So what I'm saying is, if it is none, then that's okay. Whatever it means that user doesn't want to use LoRA, so they do not want to generate the coloring book, so it should work as is. However, if they want to use LoRA, they have selected coloring book from the drop down and press this button, generated awesome image. In that case, we also need to pass this trigger word. Okay, one more change that I need to do is, I will be using application number 12, or maybe I'll just mention project 12 genAilearniverse coloring book generator. Okay, and maybe the default value I'll select as cute line. Okay, let's try to run this. And to run this file, if you are following my video now, you should be expert in that. So I'll just click over here, right click, and then open in terminal. I will be using the streamlit command, streamlit run coloring book, and let's see how it works, whether we are able to generate the drawing coloring book or not. Okay, so here it is, a cute line is my prompt, select LoRA is coloring book. Right now I do not want to give any style, because for this coloring book I do not want to have any kind of style, right? So I'll click on generate awesome image. Let's see. Okay, so as you can see, my cute line image has been generated, and this is perfect, right? Similarly, let's try another one, maybe cute bunny, and rest everything I think we need to keep it as is. So it is generating the image, and as you can see, this time it didn't load the model. It is directly generating my image, and this is because we have used the cache function of Streamlit, this function, right? So let's go back to our project, and this is our cute bunny coloring book, right? Let's try one more, maybe a house, and generate awesome image. Then I'll go back here. It will take maybe 3-4 seconds, and then my image should be generated. So as I mentioned, first time it takes some time, but afterward it will take lesser time to generate the images. Okay, perfect. So this is the drawing book, the house coloring book image has been generated, right? So you can use it anywhere. If you really want to sell these images on Amazon and want to earn some passive income, you can also do that. You can generate n number of images using this tool, using this application. Okay, let's try to deploy it on Hugging Face. And to do that, as I have mentioned multiple times in my previous videos, I'll have to make some changes in the path. So to do that, I will be rather than using this one, I'll uncomment this one and then comment this one. Okay, and most probably what I'll do is I'll just put it above it. Okay, and then I will be commenting these lines. Okay, because this will not work on Hugging Face. The last thing, the path change that we'll have to do is, this is the hard-coded path, so I will have to change it with the path that will work on Hugging Face. So I'll just coloring path is equal to, let me go to Hugging Face, and then what I'll do is I will go to coloring book, and then I'll use this model diffusers, and then this is the path that I need to use. Okay, so I'll go over here and then I'll change it to this. Okay, and I'll comment this line. So I think that should be working fine. Base model path is not required. Let me see if I've used it anywhere. Okay, so I'll comment this one as well. Now I think it should be okay. Let me save it, and then I'll go to Hugging Face again. I'll go to spaces, and then my own space. I will create a new space, and then I'll give it a name as coloring book, and we'll be using Streamlit. License I'll choose as Apache 2.0. Don't have much option, so will have to use the basic one, and then I will be creating the space, and inside files I will go and create a new file, add file, and then create a new file, and I'll give it a name as requirements.txt. and some of the things that we'll have to use is transformers, diffuser, or let me copy it from my previous project. I'll go to my spaces. Okay, I'll just copy it because the same libraries are required here as well, right? I will commit new file to main, and then again I will be creating a new file, and I'll give it a name as app.py, right? And I'll go back to my code, I'll copy it and then paste it over here. Okay, and commit new file to main. I'll go to app, and let's see, it will start building. Let's see if it builds successfully or it gives any error. Obviously I'll not be running this, just want to make sure that everything is working fine. So because it is on CPU, it will take a lot of time. So I'll just once if my UI is able to load, I'll leave it there, and then maybe you can utilize it later, so that you have your code available. I mean, there are multiple people, multiple subscribers sometimes asking me to provide the code, so that's why I just want to put it over here. Okay, seems like my application is loaded now, as you can see. Everything is loaded, and I'll select none, generate awesome image. As I mentioned, it will take time, so maybe I'll not wait for it to complete, and then we'll move to the next project. Okay, so let's move to our next project, and this is a kind of similar project. The only thing that we will be changing here is we will be using different LoRa. So what I can do is I will go here and right click, I'll select new Python file, I'll say sticker generator. Okay, and then for now what I'm going to do is I'll just copy paste the code that we have written for coloring book. Okay, and let's extend this project. So a single project will give you an idea that a single project, using single project you will utilize both the LoRa's, right? So to search the sticker ones, what I will do is I'll go to CVTI this time, and then I'll just use sticker, and then I'll select SDXL 1.0, and then I'll be using LoRa, and let's see if I can, maybe this one I'll be using. So here the trigger word is sticker sheet. So what I'll do is I'll download this particular model. Okay, and I'll paste this model inside my LoRa folder. Okay, so if I'll go back to my project, I should have two files inside the LoRa folder. So as you can see, this is the second one. I'll again copy the path, and I'll just use copy path reference, path from content root, and I'll say sticker LoRa path is equal to this one. Again, I'll go one folder back. Okay, okay, coloring book. No, I think I copied. I need to use this one, right? So I'll right click and then copy path reference, path from content root, and then I'll paste it over here, and I will be going one folder back. Okay, so my coloring book LoRa as well as sticker LoRa path is saved. Now what I need to do is I will have to have the trigger for sticker book, right? Sticker trigger. So I will be using sticker trigger is equal to, what was the trigger? Let's copy that. So it was this one. I will paste over here. Okay, so sticker trigger is also done. So my path has been copied. I have added my path. LoRa, the same thing will work. If I'm saying not none, then it should be loading whatever LoRa. Okay, so now here it is. If it is not none, then it should be using coloring book LoRa path. Or maybe what I'll do is I will be using, if this is equal to coloring book, then use this one. If LoRa is equal to maybe sticker, then use this one, right? Coloring book LoRa path, I'll be using sticker LoRa path. Okay, so what I'm saying is if I want to generate coloring book, load the LoRa for coloring book. If I want to use sticker, I use the load the LoRa for sticker. Okay, so this is done. Now I need to make some changes over here. Here what I'm saying is if select LoRa is equal to none, then this, then we'll say else if select LoRa is equal to coloring book, then use this one, and then in the else section what I will do is, so if there is be not none and not coloring book, then it would be a sticker one, right? So I'll just copy, I will paste, and then what I need to do is select coloring book rather than coloring book trigger. I need to use sticker trigger, right? Perfect. So I think it is self-explanatory. So what I have done is, the code is not fully optimized, to be honest. I just wanted to quickly complete this video, but just to give you a high level idea, I'm saying if LoRa is not selected, then it should work without LoRa. If LoRa is selected, if it is coloring book, then we should pass the coloring book trigger. If it is not, if it is like another one, that would be for sticker generation, then it should be sticker trigger. The last change we need to use is, I will be using here the third option, which is sticker. Okay, done. So let's try to run it and see whether it is working fine or we face any issue here. Sticker generator, I'll press enter, and this time ideally we should have two options. So first one is a tree. Let's try a tree. Coloring book, I'll select none, and this time this drop down should have a sticker as well, right? So I'll generate image. Let's wait for it to generate. It will take some time. It will first load the model, because first time it will take time, and then second time onwards it will not load the model again. Okay, so as you can see, my tree drawing image has been generated. Now let's try with the sticker ones. So I'll just use sticker, and I'll prompt I'll enter a prompt: cute sparkle pink Barbie sticker sheet. Let's see. I'll click on generate image. Let's see whether it is able to, whether it generates the sticker image or not. Again, similar to the last one, right? There are multiple there are people, those are kind of earning a lot, very good passive income just by selling these coloring book or sticker books. If you'll go to the stationery shop, you will see different kind of, books available that has these kind of images, right? So now you can use any kind of images, any kind of stickers, and if you really want to sell it, you can actually do that. You can sell it over Amazon or any different platforms. Those are available to sell these books. Okay, we are now generating it is loading our model, and then let's see. Okay, so it is trying to execute our steps, inference step. Okay, our image should be generated by now. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, it has generated different sticker images, right, in the format of the Barbie style stickers. Let's try something else as well. Maybe I'll be using unicorn sticker sheet. Okay, and then I'll create on generate awesome image, and it should be this time not loading the model, so it should be a little faster. Let's see. Okay, so it is, and here it is, right? All the unicorn images stickers got generated just by using a single LoRa, right? And let's try the last one. Maybe what we can do is cute bunny sticker sheet. Okay, and then I will be clicking on generate awesome image, and let's see, it might take some time, and then it will generate the image for you. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, we have all our stickers generated for cute bunny, right? So in this way you can also, and there's no limit, right? I just have showed, I created 2 projects and then utilized 2 different LoRa's. Whatever you want to do, mostly in whatever kind of style or images you want to do, you will be able to find similar kind of LoRa's. Even it is possible to train your own, train the model with your own image set, the kind of image you want to generate. So that later point in time you can use that LoRa to generate similar set of images, but that I'll be covering little later, because that will be something little advanced, or I can say intermediary kind of topic that I'll be covering later in this series. But for now, I think you can utilize the ready-made LoRa's and can generate any kind of image you want to generate. Okay, as a last step, I'm going to upload this code on Hugging Face. I will not be changing any path or anything else, so it will not work. I'll just create a new file on Hugging Face and upload this code over there. So later point in time, if you want to look into the code or if you want to run it locally, then you can do that. So to do that, I'll just copy this code. I'll go to Hugging Face, I'll go to spaces and my spaces, then I'll go to coloring book and I'll go to files. I will add a new file. I'll give it a name as sticker.py. I'll paste it here. I'll click on save, commit new file to main. That's it. So now you can see all the files that is kind of available. You can, oh, the spelling I put it wrong. That's okay. I mean, you can just utilize this one. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Stay curious, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep learning.